Hello.
Good morning.
Good
This
morning.
is 25
25
000. How many devices do you have on this screen?
I had this one on, and then I called on my phone.
And you got to shut off one of them. Okay.
Yeah, I hung up on my phone.
Good.
Okay.
I think it goes back to the second day of January.
Yes.
I think you still got the device on because we're picking up all the echo.
This is the phone. There's no call on. I'm only on my laptop now.
This is a speeding ticket. It was written as 30 and 25 Main Street and Forest in Royal Oak. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation.
You said, can you repeat yourself?
No.
Oh, you said no?
Were you speeding or not?
I'm sorry, my connection is really bad. Can you repeat yourself?
I'm going to suggest that you close it out and come back online. See if it's a better connection. So we'll take you offline, but come right back.
Okay.
Now, we don't have any backup sound echo now, do we?
No.
Hey everybody, it's worth it to mention that was in the court. We get it, Critter. There's a damn echo. We get it. That was in the court. He made him hang up and call back in. This one's worth it, so just be patient with it, guys.
Or admitting with an explanation.
All right, do you guys hear me now?
We can hear you,
Okay.
and there is only one of us talking at a time instead of the echo. So you were ticketed for speeding. It was written as 5 over 30 and 25 back on the second day of January, about 9/11 in the evening. Are you admitting or denying responsibility or admitting with an explanation?
Admitting with an explanation.
What is your explanation, please?
I was driving from Woodward to Royal Oak, and there's a speed limit change. Like once I got to Royal Oak that I wasn't aware of, and I just don't drive around that area often. And as I was like coming to the stop, I got pulled over, and then he explained to me what happened. But it wasn't like I was like intentionally trying to drive fast or.
Well, your speed was 42 miles an hour, and you were paced by the officer, so you apparently didn't see him behind you.
I believe the street not right before, but before the speed went down to what was it, 25?
Yep.
I believe it was about 40, 45, and then it changes. So
no, Main Street is not 40 miles an hour any place in the city of Royal Oak.
Before you get to Main
or
Street,
Boston.
On what we're when you make the turnaround and then make that right. All right.
So if you're driving 45 on Woodward and you get over on Main, okay.
And then
the speed limit in the state of Michigan, if you're in a city, is 25 miles an hour, unless you see signs that either raise it or lower it. The default speed limit is 25. In every downtown that I'm aware of in the state, the downtown speed limits are 25. Now, the officer reduced what he cited you for from 42 down to 30. So he brought you from a 4-point ticket to a 1-point ticket. You rightly admit responsibility. But the bottom line is the idea that you didn't know the speed limit changed, you could have been driving 5 miles on Main Street and you'd still be speeding any point in any direction on Main Street. So there wasn't a recent change on the speed limit on the street you were driving. You changed streets that you were driving on. Well, you can't bring the speed limit on Woodward onto Main Street any more than you can bring the speed limit on the expressway onto the streets when you get off the expressway. You
With all
rightly
due
admit
re-
responsibility.
With all due respect, Your Honor, I feel that 42 miles per hour isn't a reckless speed to drive, and at the time there's nobody outside. But I understand.
Mr. Johnson Reed, what does it matter what you feel
I was
about
just
the
telling
speed
you.
limits? Your
I was just
feelings
telling you.
don't
Who am
matter.
I mean, who am I hurting? Who am I hurting driving 42 miles per hour? And there's nobody outside. It's cold.
In your judgment, now you've been driving a long time. I'm sure you're an excellent driver. You've been driving, my goodness, you've been driving how long? 3 or 4 years?
Huh?
Huh? We use huh in court?
I didn't hear what you say. I use huh in general.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
I'm sure you don't. Or you used it once you were young.
If you're going to drive on the streets that belong to the people of the state of Michigan, you're going to comply with their rules, whether you agree with them or not. That's
And
part
I
of
have.
no, you didn't. You were driving
Yes.
42 and a 25.
And I pulled over once I got pulled over.
Oh, that makes everything okay.
I mean,
What difference does that make, Mr.
There are people who don't pull over, are there not?
Oh.
Like, you seem like you just came here to argue with me. I came here to get a no point offense. Like this.
And you're going to leave with a fine and 1 point. It's $130. We're done.
Like, that was what I came here with. There's no point in me coming here if that's the case.
Actually, with your attitude, I don't think there was much point in you coming at all.
You were the only one who came in here with an attitude after making me wait for 20 minutes, with all due respect.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, when somebody says all due respect, what that tells me is that they're going to say something that's not respectful.
Is
and
you leaving
just
me at
proved
20
it.
minutes disrespectful?
Mr. Johnson Reed, this is one of those periods where I really wish we didn't have Zoom, because if you were in the courtroom,
brother, you're the
you
one
might
who
not
sent
be
me
finding
this whole
yourself
call.
leaving.
You're the one who scheduled this entire thing.
No, you're the one that called the court to schedule it.
You're the one who sent this in the mail to me.
And the hearing was scheduled at your request.
All right, so what are we talking about? Like,
we're not talking about anything. You're just going around in circles.
All right, buddy. So is that it? Do you have anything else to say?
I do, but I won't.
All right. So can I leave?
I would really wish you would.
All right. And I wish I don't have to see your face again or your double chin.
You can just see how quiet
the old
the
days
deputies
when we
being.
had people in the courtroom. At this point, the question I would ask the group was, who wants to be next?
Oh, goodness. Are you on?
No, we're on, believe it or not.
Oh, I just wanted to tell you about one of the folks real quick because it was weird. Yeah. Catherine, right? Yeah.
All right. So what I like about that judge is he didn't let none of it get to him. He just kept rolling. You know, there's always the idea of holding him in contempt, teach him a lesson, or there's just an idea of that's everyone in his age group's acting these days, and just keep going with it and keep moving. We got Judge Simmons, we got Judge Fleischer, and we've got Judge Perkins today. Hey Junebug, good to see you here. All right, let's jump over to Judge Perkins. Judge Perkins had a good one today. Yeah, it's got several little parts to it, so just try to follow along.
DiMaggio, are you ready?
I'm ready, Judge.
All right. This is Gutierrez, Gutierrez.
What about the guy with the fork?
right now.
Somebody's got someone mute their phone, please.
On my desktop with me, my personal.
Latham, you have to mute yourself.
See you later.
Hey, he's calling me.
You have to mute yourself. City of Detroit versus Najee Alexis Latham. Case numbers SP 11211114, counts 1 and counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1647067, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1679780 SP 1679925. Appearance for the record, please.
Neither Gutierrez. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Judge, what was the last name of the case you called?
What is the last name?
Yeah, it might not be my case. I had Gutierrez.
Gutierrez, Alexis Gutierrez.
Okay. Yeah. Andrew DiMaggio, P45619.
All right. Officer Fitzgerald Harris, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please? Is Officer Harris here? He was.
He was.
All right. What about the other officers? Officer Davis here, Margot Davis. I have not seen that officer. Is there any other officer here on Najee Gutierrez? All right. How do you want to proceed, Mr. How does your client want to proceed, Mr. DiMaggio?
We received an offer from Mr. Bowman that my client, Ms. Gutierrez, wishes to accept.
What is that offer?
She's going to plead to expired plates. The rest would be dismissed.
Is the excuse me, is the officer here though? Like, I asked you
The
that in
one
the breakout
officer did
room.
appear. One officer did appear. So if you want to have a trial, we can get that officer back in here. The other officer did not appear. So essentially, the cases that the officer did not appear, SP 1677067, counts 1, 2, and 3 will be dismissed. No officer.
And Mr. DiMaggio, did you in fact confirm that Ms. Gutierrez now has proper insurance?
Well, this is expired. Okay, go ahead.
Right. I think that case was dismissed, so she pled to expired plates.
Well, I need to know through you as an officer of court, has she shown you evidence of proper insurance as of today?
I did not see that, but I'm not saying she didn't have it though.
Well, no, then that is not.
I told my lawyer that I
Be
did
quiet,
not.
Ms. Gutierrez.
Like,
I'm gonna give you a chance to. You're gonna get a chance to speak. Let them just listen first.
Your Honor, based upon that statement, there's not been accurate evidence that she has good insurance now. We know she did not have good insurance then. So
I don't know she didn't have good insurance then, but here's the deal. Was that expired plate contingent on the fact that she had insurance now? That's the court's question.
That is correct.
Okay,
Judge,
so I'm gonna allow Mr. DiMaggio and Ms. Gutierrez to go back in the breakout room and have a conversation. Ms. Gutierrez, direct your questions to Mr. DiMaggio, okay?
yeah, could I just say something, Judge?
You may.
As part of the negotiation process, I indicated to Mr. Bowman that the officer told her that this case, he would not give her a ticket for it. And as part of the negotiations, he said, well, drop no insurance. He never insurance. It was contingent upon my statement to him.
Get the officer back in here, Mr. Bowman.
Officer Harris?
I don't know where he went.
I'll call him.
All right, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to get him back in here. All right.
Judge Corporal Croxton, if you don't mind,
Officer Harris is in court in person. He has several courtrooms. He advised us.
Yeah, but he didn't advise me, Corporal Croxton. I give everybody an opportunity. He's got to let somebody know. He's usually here, so let's try to get him back right quick, Mr. Bowman, and then we'll pass it. Ms. Gutierrez, you want to speak to your lawyer in the interim?
I guess that's the only person I can talk to, so that's fine.
Well, go ahead, talk. If you want to talk, what do you want to say?
The thing is that I keep talking to all these third parties. For starters, my lawyer just told you that that man, I said he did not give me no ticket that day. He told me that he saw that I was from East Point. So he did not give me no ticket that day. I did not get no physical ticket. I didn't get nothing. He told me he was gonna let me go. I said, okay, and let that be that. Now, a couple days later, I got a ticket in the mail, and they combined it with this other case. Y'all dismissed the other case, and that's cool. But I still don't understand, why do I have to pay anything when I did not get a ticket that day? My lawyer is trying to tell me that maybe they gave me a ticket a couple days later. Come on now. Like, that don't even make no sense. I did not get a physical. I've been asking for the dash cam footage, body cam footage, because it was two officers. I did not get a ticket. He went to go run my stuff. He said, you know what? I'm going to let you go ahead and go about your day. I'm not saying that was right or wrong, but that day I was not supposed to get a ticket. So I don't even understand why they would drop the no insurance, but they wouldn't just drop this as a whole, because I was not supposed to get a ticket that day. Like I said, if DPD was looking out for me, cool. Where I'm at with it is, I told my lawyer, this is what I was trying to tell you earlier. I don't even have that card anymore to even show you proper insurance on it. So if I do have to pay a ticket, because this has been going on for so long and I am so tired of dealing with 36th District, please just tell me how much I got to pay for these expired plates so I can be on my way. Because this is like hindering me. I told you this last court date. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just really want to get this out the way. I don't feel like I should have to pay anything at all because I did not get a ticket that day. I did not get a ticket that day. I did not get a ticket that day from neither one of them officers. I can tell you how that whole situation went down. I did not get a ticket. But if I have to pay something, my lawyer literally just told me that I'll have to pay for the expired plates. Please, I have been on this Zoom call since 8:30 this morning. Please.
Mr. Fitzgerald Harris, put your appearance on the record, please. Officer Fitzgerald Harris.
Yeah, Officer Fitzgerald Harris, Detroit Police Department, badge 1442.
All right, you heard most of what Ms. Gutierrez said. She indicated to the court that she said that someone out there, I don't know if it was you, she said it was two officers, that she wasn't gonna get a ticket. I don't know where, and she's upset about.
I'm about to.
No, let me talk. I let you talk. No.
Listen.
No.
I'm not being rude
because I want you to talk.
He is an officer from another case.
Don't overtalk me. All right, I'm about to put you out the room, ma'am.
I was just telling you he is an officer.
No, don't tell me anything. When I ask you, when I run this show, when I let you speak, you can speak. I let you say everything. You said it about 3 or 4 times over and over again.
That's not him, but okay.
Mr. Fitzgerald Harris, what do you have to say about this?
Your Honor, I caught the tail end of it about working with a partner. I don't work with a partner. I work by myself.
You do.
This last incident, I stopped her for on East State Fair in John R. And
right.
She didn't have any insurance, and the plates were expired.
Right. I'm not being rude, Judge. This is a different case. The case that I'm referring to with DPD was by a school. You are a whole different case.
Mr. Fitzgerald Harris, I ask you, don't say anything, ma'am. When I want you to talk, I'll let you talk. Do not say another word until I let you talk, okay? Mr. Fitzgerald, Officer Fitzgerald Harris, I have a ticket here. I have a ticket SP 167-9925 count 1. That is a no insurance misdemeanor, and count in SP 167-97801 is an expired plate civil infraction. I also have SP 112114, counts 1, 2, and 3, a no insurance misdemeanor, a failure to report an accident, and leaving the scene of a property damage accident.
Yes, Your Honor.
Those are so Miss Gutierrez has mentioned something to the effect that she got stopped and maybe she's recollecting one stop and not something that is something that the other. She mentioned that she got a ticket some days later. She didn't get a ticket that day. What is your recollection of it?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor. In 2020, for the leaving the scene of the accident, that's under an accident review where I mailed out the tickets after reviewing the accident report for a hit and run accident. The other one, I did physically stop her and issue her the citation for the expired plates, which was February 11th of 2025.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Mr. DiMaggio is here representing Ms. Gutierrez. Since now we have an understanding of what tickets you stopped her on, or you wrote her on 2 occasions. You stopped her on 1 occasion, if the report is correct. And in the other occasion, during your accident investigation, you came to the conclusion at some point that it was Ms. Gutierrez that failed to report an accident and leave the scene and left the scene of a property damage accident in 2020. Those are the allegations, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And that there was no insurance on the vehicle at that time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order Mr. DiMaggio and Ms. Gutierrez to go back in the breakout room and have a conversation as it relates to those allegations. And then Ms. Gutierrez, if you have something to say as far as how things went down or what that Officer Harris said to you, then you need to speak to Mr. DiMaggio about that, okay? I don't know where she went. Rejoin the breakout room, please. All right, let's pass the matter.
Could I see Mr. Bowman in 4?
All right, Mr. Bowman, 4, please.
Okay.
All right, let's pass the matter. Mr. DiMaggio, are you ready?
Oh, yes, Judge.
I see Bowman, Lee, Gutierrez, Lamb, and that's it. All right, let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gutierrez. All right, Ms. Gutierrez, where are you? Where's your client, Mr.
She should be on there.
I'm here.
All right, Ms. Gutierrez. Now, do you understand what's going on now, ma'am?
No, I don't.
All right, you didn't, Mr. DiMaggio, you and your client didn't get an understanding?
You know, Judge, it might be best to appoint another attorney on this case.
Well, what's going on?
It was a simple matter of I was just trying to tell you that the last ticket and the last officer that just got on the screen, that wasn't the same ticket that I've been on the docket for. That's all I was trying to tell you. That is a separate matter.
Ms. Gutierrez, I see why you have a problem.
How do I have a problem? Because I'm just telling you that that's not the right ticket.
Because you're not listening. You're telling me what you're on the docket for. I tell you what you're on the docket for.
Okay, so I was confused because I'm obviously on the docket for something new. I haven't been coming to court. I just got that ticket like 2 weeks ago. I didn't schedule a court date for that with Mr. Fitzgerald. He just pulled me over. I know what's going on. It's 3 different tickets going on and it's a lot of charges, but that last one, that's what I have not been coming to you for that. Like, that's something totally separate. That's all I'm literally trying to tell you. I know the ticket that I got from Mr. Procedural, but that is not what I've been coming to you for. I just got that 2 weeks ago.
The SP 6797801. You got that ticket 2 weeks ago, February 11th, 2025. Okay. So
right. That's all.
We're back on the record with Ms. Gutierrez. Yeah, okay. So that's not even the most important ticket. The most important ticket you do know about, don't you?
Yes, yes, I
that you
do.
are
The
here.
two.
So what's going on? Why can't you come to a resolution with this individual
No,
and get
I
an
no, I
understanding?
no, I did. I did.
Stop talking, Mr. DiMaggio. I can kind of see why you can't come to a resolution. Or are you driving, ma'am?
No.
I can see why you can't come to a resolution. But what is, without disclosing your client's confidential information, why can't you work this out for her?
Could I see Mr. Bowman? I've been trying to get in
Yes.
with Mr. Bowman. Yes.
All right, let's pass it again. Last time, this is the last time on this case, Mr. DiMaggio on Gutierrez.
Yes.
Yeah, why can't we, have we come to this some sort of meeting of the minds or anything about this?
No, I've gone graciously to Mr. Bowman, and he's explained the offer again. I've explained it to her. She just won't accept the offer. She just says she wants a new attorney, so there's nothing more I can do for her.
Ms. Gutierrez, you just don't understand how this works. And I don't know how to explain it to you any better. You don't have the right to come in here and pick and choose which attorney that you get. The only way that you get that right is if you hire one yourself, or you go to this is the case where you requested an appointed attorney and we got you an appointed attorney. And I don't understand what's blocking the movement of this case. I can kind of see it's you. So why can't you speak with Mr. DiMaggio and get some kind of understanding about what's going on?
I tried to, and everybody is getting upset with me because I'm asking questions. Like I keep just being told to do stuff, and I'm not. This last time I just came back into the breakout room with him, the deal has completely changed, and it's something completely different. Everything keep changing. I don't understand what's going on, and y'all kind of just want me to say okay and just do it. So I guess whatever charges y'all have, just okay, and whatever it is, it's okay. I do it because I don't want to keep arguing and be combative.
Stop. What question do you have?
I don't have any question. Whatever plea is available, I would take.
Mr. DiMaggio, you know something, Ms. Gutierrez, you're a very, I can respect the fact that you you're serious about this and you want to defend yourself. That's what you have the opportunity to do today. All right. Now, when you mentioned that the other tickets that you had were tickets that were for 2 weeks ago, a little more than 2 weeks ago now, but I know what you mean by that, a month ago. The way I do it is instead of having you come back and forth to court, I told you on that date, I gave you the case numbers, that those tickets would be subsumed in this court hearing today. Now, as it relates to those tickets are an expired plate and a no insurance misdemeanor. Not the most serious charges that we see, and not the most serious charges that you have listed here. I think a more serious charge would be the leaving the scene of failure report failure to report an accident, which is a 0-point offense. It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State. It's just going to be a fine. Well, all of them, whatever you plead to, will be a fine. But leaving the scene of a property damage accident is the most serious allegation that you have here. And then you have some no insurance charges here. So if you're taking into context the 2 cases that you got last month, those cases are basically going to be subsumed in any offer that you get today.
Okay.
The ones that are the more serious ones that you knew that were going to be on the docket today was the leaving the scene of a property damage accident and the failure to report an accident and the other no insurance charge. And then you had maybe, the other cases are going to be dismissed because the officer wasn't here. Now, what is the final offer that you got for Ms. Gutierrez, Mr. DiMaggio? I've said all that, and now he's gone. Mr. Dupree, I want to give Mr. DiMaggio has indicated that he's not, that he can't work with Mr. Gutierrez. I'm going to give it to Mr. Dupree and let Mr. Dupree talk to you. All right.
Okay.
It's one of those days. All right. Are we ready on Goree?
Ready, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Goree. Mr. Goree, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Goree?
Yes.
He sounds like he's not sure. Are you sure, sir?
Yes.
Give you a trial date, June the 5th, 2025, at 9 a.m. If you don't have any further questions, sir, I wish you the best of luck. Have a very good rest of your day, all right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Kathy Lydell.
That's me.
You missed your date.
Yes.
Kathy Emma Lydell.
Yes.
City of Detroit versus Kathy Emma Lydell. Case number SP 164-89611. Appearance for the record, please, Mr. Berry.
Elwood F. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Lydell.
Kathy Liddell.
All right. Enter a not guilty plea on her behalf. Give her a $0 bond. We're going to try this one more time, Ms. Lydell. June the 5th, did you have an attorney that you needed to appoint, that you wanted us to appoint the last time?
Yes. Well, the last time you, I guess, adjourned it because when I was explaining how the situation was, you was like, well, you said no. You said no. We have a discrepancy. She can't plead. I can't plead guilty to. I couldn't plead guilty to that. I guess the officer had to be there.
You need an attorney. Hold on. Let's get you an attorney. All right. Before we let you go. Pass that.
Mr. Bowman, could you meet me in room 4, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Something was disposed of already. In the sentence.
Where is it?
This is on the Japanese. SX2.
They're disposed. How are they disposed of? Well, let me look it up.
Okay.
Other stuff open?
Yeah,
It's a case that's set for trial right now. Let's go back on the record with Gutierrez. So hopefully this is the last time.
Okay.
All right. Now, let me just hear what you have to say about the offer that was presented to Ms. Gutierrez.
Okay, the offer
she's here. All right.
Okay. The offer basically is to plead to an expired plate as charged, an improper plate in place with no insurance, and a failure to report a property damage accident. She's basically going to plead to 3 charges, and then the rest will be dismissed.
Turn your camera on and your mic. Now we got it. What I think she's doing is I think she's driving. Everybody wants it their way. Turn your camera on and your mic, Ms. Gutierrez. I'm gonna ask you the last time, please. All right, say that again. I have a improper plate. I have a failure to report an accident and an expired plate. Is that the offer, Mr.?
That's correct. That's correct.
All right, so let me make sure this improper plate, this failure to report is not abstract to the Secretary of State. They took the offense code index down. What's up with that? Oh my goodness. I should have printed a copy up. Failure to report an accident does not abstract to the Secretary of State, does it? Mr. Fitzgerald Harris, Officer Fitzgerald Harris?
Yeah, I'm not for sure, Your Honor.
Ms. Gutierrez, if you do it again, I'm just getting fed up with you. Leave your camera on, leave your mic open.
Okay, I just wrote you. Jesus, I didn't know.
Failure to report an accident, I do not believe in abstracts. So I'm not going to fine you for everything. I'll fine you for one of the matters of $240 and $145. I won't fine you for the second misdemeanor. You want to take the deal, ma'am? Neither of the misdemeanors abstract to the Secretary of State. Neither carry points. I'll dismiss the misdemeanors upon payment. You want to take the deal?
So what you said?
Failure to display. That's a misdemeanor. It's a $240 fine. I will dismiss upon payment. That does not abstract to the Secretary of State, and that does not. Go ahead, Mr. Bowman.
Do you mean improper plate? Because failure to display is abstractable.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Improper plates. I'm sorry. Improper plates for the no insurance misdemeanor. It's for one of the no insurance misdemeanors. Is the improper plate $240 fine. It will not abstract to the Secretary of State, therefore it won't carry any points, and it'll be dismissed if you pay it. And then a civil infraction of expired plates, $145. That does not abstract to the Secretary of State, nor does that carry any points. And that will be closed out once you pay it. I won't fine you for the failure to report an accident. Now we'll just close that out if you take the plea. You want to do that, ma'am, or no?
That's fine. Yes.
Have Mr. DiMaggio, have you read Ms. Gutierrez, her advisor rights?
I think I could do it right now if you want me to, Judge. It's been a confusing day.
Ms. Gutierrez, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Let me go over the advisory rights. Let me go over the advisory rights. Give me an advisory rights form, please. Ms. Gutierrez, do you understand that if you need a special accommodations to use the court because of disabilities, or if you require a foreign language interpreter to help you fully participate in court proceedings, please contact the court immediately to make arrangements. You have been brought to court on a misdemeanor charge. You have the following basic rights. You have to plead guilty or not guilty, or to stand mute. If you stand mute, a plea of not guilty will be entered. You may plead no contest with the permission of the court. To have a trial by jury, to have the assistance of an attorney. Number 3, you have the right to an attorney appointed at public expense if you are indigent, without money to hire an attorney, and if the offense charge requires a minimum jail sentence, or the court determines that it might sentence you to jail. 4, you may have to repay the expense of the court-appointed attorney. In this case, you will not. If you have a trial, you have the following rights: to call witnesses to speak on for you at trial. You may get an order signed by the court to require witnesses to come to court, to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial, to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. If you choose not to be a witness on your own behalf, the prosecuting official may not comment on your refusal to testify. To be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Number 6, if you plead guilty or no contest and your plea is accepted, you will not have a trial of any kind and will give up the rights listed in items 3 through 5 above. 7, you have the right to be released on bond. 8, if you are now on probation or parole and you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, or a finding of guilt is made by a judge or jury, it may result in a violation of your parole, of probation or parole. Number 9, you can be sentenced to jail and fines plus costs. The court will tell you on the record the name of the offense, the mandatory minimum jail sentence, if any, and the maximum possible penalty, including jail fines or both. In this case, the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. 10, fines, costs, and other financial obligations imposed by the court must be paid at the time of the assessment, except when the court allows otherwise for good cause shown. If you are not able to pay due to financial hardship, contact the court immediately to request a payment alternative. 11, an appeal to circuit court may be taken within 21 days from the date of sentence as permitted pursuant to MCR 6.625 B. If the sentence includes incarceration and if you wish to file an appeal but are financially unable to retain an attorney, your court will appoint a lawyer to represent you on appeal if the request for a lawyer is made within 14 days after sentencing. 12, federal law and or state law may prohibit you from possessing or purchasing ammunition or a firearm, including a rifle, pistol, or revolver. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor crime of violence and you are a current or former spouse, parent, or guardian of the victim, you share a child in common with the victim, you are or were cohabitating with the victim as a spouse, parent, or guardian, or you are or were involved with the victim in another similar relationship. Do you understand those rights, Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes, I do. I just had one more question. That last case that just came up where the officer got on, he told me that I would be able to show, if I show proof of insurance, and the plates weren't expired, I would be able to get that dismissed. That's still not possible to do because I asked my lawyer that, and he.
Do you have proof of insurance and the plates, ma'am?
Yes.
Show the court proof of insurance and the plates, please.
I don't have it on. I can't bring it up there and show you. How would I show you that right now?
You just hold it up. If you have a copy of the insurance.
I don't have it offhand, but could I bring it up to the court by maybe say this week and then?
We gotta do this. Possible? Mr. Bowman, any objection for her to bring this proof of insurance and stuff to the court?
I could bring it Thursday if that's possible.
Yes, Your Honor, because I was getting ready to state for the record, while you're reading her advice of rights, she's in whatever car she's in. I'm sitting in the car.
Don't say anything, Miss Gutierrez. Listen, Miss Gutierrez, you gotta let him speak. And then you speak, okay? You're gonna get your tongue.
Okay.
Mr. Bowman.
Thank you, Your Honor. While she's been sitting in this car, while you are reading her rights. She has been playing with her phone and unbraiding her hair. So whether or not you spoke those words of it to her rights, based upon the fact that she continued to do all those things, I don't know whether or not she understood or not what you diligently
Mr. Bowman,
read. That's
Mr.
number
Bowman,
one.
Mr. Bowman, I don't care if she's braiding her hair or what she's doing. I read her rights. She indicated she understood those rights. That's the most paramount thing for the court. My question to you is, will you allow her to bring in proper documentation?
I will not allow her to bring it in. All she's done today is show total disrespect for you and the court system. So she gets no breaks.
Mr. DiMaggio. Where's Mr. DiMaggio?
And as a matter of fact, Your Honor, if there is another court appearance, I'd like her to be present.
Well, she said there was another court appearance. She said she was going to bring the paperwork down.
Yeah, okay.
All right, listen, the attorney's gone. I don't know what keeps happening. You know, I'm going to allow you to bring the paperwork in, man. Officer Harris.
Yes, Your
Officer
Honor.
Harris, I'm going to allow her to bring the paperwork in.
Okay, Your Honor.
Even though I will kind of agree, Ms. Gutierrez, you do kind of exhibit a lack of disrespect. I feel that is not done intentionally because of your passion about the process and things like that. But nevertheless, it's got to be some order here. I think I've given you ample time to speak. But when somebody else is speaking, and when I'm giving somebody else time to speak, it's your time to listen. And I'll give you an opportunity to respond. You can't just jump in and cut people off. You have to take a minute and listen to what they're saying, all right?
Okay.
Including me. When
I just want to say I've been dealing with you for months. I was not trying to be disrespectful to you. I literally was just confused and was trying to get the accurate information because of what was
but it's
going
just a
on.
way to
That's all.
There's a way to go about doing that.
I understand, Your Honor. I really do, but I just was confused. That's all. And I'm trying to make sure that my ducks is in a row and that I'm getting the accurate information because to be honest with you, still right now, I'm a little bit confused, but everybody is coming down on me because I
What
keep
are you
asking questions
What
and
are
keep
you
like,
confused about?
so what are we moving forward? I'm just making sure. Hopefully you don't get too upset. You're dismissing the first case. I know. The two with the insurance and the plates. I'm able to, for both of those cases, I am able to bring my plates and bring the insurance in. I know I have to physically come in with that information and I'm good after that.
No, you're still gonna bleed something because you got a failure report, an accident.
I thought that's what you just said you were dismissing. That's why I'm confused.
Yes. I don't know how much I can tell you.
And honestly, I guess this is where me and my lawyer confusion came in at. I said that I would not have a problem with pleading guilty to those charges for the no insurance and the plates. But that hit and run accident, they're saying whatever is going on, I don't know. I told you that in the beginning. I do not know what is going on. They didn't give me a discovery packet. They didn't give me no information. They just want me to plead to this case, and that is not me. That's all. That is the most important. The most important case that you're talking about, I'm trying to tell you that's not me, and I did not do that. I don't know what
Okay,
you're talking about.
so we have to have a trial then. She says
That's
that's not.
fine. That's what I wanted to do
She
initially.
says that's not her. Listen, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Mr. DiMaggio, you asked to be off the case. I'm gonna let you off the case. We'll put Mr. Dupree on the case.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. DiMaggio, best of luck to you. I'll see you soon.
All right, thanks, Judge.
All right.
Judge, if we could throw Ms. Gutierrez in a breakout room so I can talk to her, but can we, I've got 2 cases ready, I think.
All right, Ms. Gutierrez, I'm gonna go just wait in breakout room 5, now, if you can't get it with Mr. Dupree, then I don't think anybody can help you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put you in breakout room 5, wait on Mr. Dupree to come in and talk to you, all right?
Sounds good.
Your Honor, if Mr. Dupree needs an assist, I'm more than willing to go in and
Well, do you want to take the case, Ms. Harris? Do you want to take this case?
I'll yield to Mr. Dupree first.
I mean, if you want it, Miss Harris.
He's got a whole lot, and Mr. Dupree, he's all the way around the world with cases. And I'm not saying that bothers his handling of them, because I don't think it does, but does it affect his timing sometimes? Maybe a little bit. So what do you want to do?
I'll defer to Ms. Harris if you want it.
That's gone on, Ms. Harris.
I'll go in and speak with her. I will. I don't have a problem with that.
All right, wait on Mr. And I told her Mr. Dupree is going to be here. Now I'm really going to get it messed up on that because now you. Yeah.
And
I'll explain it to her.
And Your Honor, just so that I am clear of, so now that we are having a trial date, all of the cases for Ms. Gutierrez are now in play, all 8 of them, correct?
They were already on.
Gutierrez, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gutierrez. Ms. Gutierrez, are you happy now, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
What is going on, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, obviously, we're moving for a dismissal on the cases where there was an officer, Margot Davis, who did not appear today.
Already dismissed.
Your Honor, the cases ending in 1141, 2, and 3, there is also a recommendation to dismiss.
That's Curtis City, right?
That is, Your Honor.
All right. What else are we going to do with the last 2?
The last 2, Your Honor, Ms. Gutierrez, we are asking if the court would allow her to Zoom back in on Friday to show her proof of registration and insurance.
All right. Zoom back in Friday, Ms. Gutierrez. Give me your registration and insurance. Make sure it's valid. And
Ms. Gutierrez, you can send it to me by text, and then I can forward it to the court if you would like, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Gutierrez, have a very good day. And I'm gonna waive the warrant fee, but you're still gonna have to pay these $45 reinstatement fees. That's 3 times on the cases that were leaving the scene of a property damage accident failure report. I'll waive the warrant fee. But 3 $45 fees are going to be assessed, and they're going to be on. You got to pay those, all right?
Do I pay that to you guys or the Secretary of State?
That pays to us, but I don't think that's going to affect your driver's license, though. But it just will be in. All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
I'll see you on Friday, ma'am.
Friday at 9 a.m.
At 8:30.
8:30. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Best of luck to you.
All right, that was it with that one. So that lady, I don't know how in the hell she talked herself into all that trouble and ended up out of it. So I don't know. Go to Judge Fleischer. Let's see what he had going on yesterday.
Okay, Shane. Ms. Gillis.
Yes.
Good morning. So your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before, and I have about 5 minutes to get to know who you are, to see whether it would be right to set you a bond. I have no idea what you're charged with, but the problem is that you are an inherent flight risk because you're wanted out of another jurisdiction. There's a warrant in some other state, and we got you here. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, around October 31st, 2023, it's alleged out of Pennsylvania that this now defendant manipulated a bank to over 6 transactions, cause a total loss of $780,000 to an elderly individual from the retirement fund. There has been regarding the affidavit, when speaking with the complainant, states that the checks for the individual were mailed out to her name with the corresponding physical address. On notification from DHS, it shows that she is an international flight risk, and due to those factors, the state would be opposed to a bond for the extradition.
Why would the Department of Homeland Security say that she's an international flight risk?
I'm not sure. I can reach out to them, but obviously if I reach out to them, I can reach out to DHS and ask why. I only get the notification, and so I haven't spoken with an individual. But
what other criminal history does she have?
She does not have any others, just the 6 incidents arising from this affidavit.
I can clarify.
Please.
Possible. I believe they think she's an inherent flight risk because they arrested her at an airport on a connecting flight, which sounds terrible, doesn't it? I'm thinking, oh, she's leaving the country.
Really? Was she headed out of the country?
No, really, she was going to Jamaica. She's from Jamaica. She comes back and forth for business. She's got an H1,
H2B,
something about H visa. And her father is a US citizen. Here's the kicker, Judge. She gave birth January 30th of 2025.
Okay.
She's breastfeeding. So when our lovely county got her, they said, too bad, so sad. She's been in custody for 4 days. They've refused to give her access to a pump. She has asked for a heating pad to do it herself. They've only given it to her 2 times.
I mean, we'll see about, I'll reach
I
out
just
to
think
medical.
this is
Don't worry about that. I'll reach out to medical.
That
and
is
see what
insane.
Yeah, I know,
But
it sucks.
like
And
6
that can
days
happen.
later, and I'm like, she was clearly arrested with her child, okay? So it's not like she's lying. But I just think because of that, let's add some other things, because that by itself is like, oh, that sucks for you, right? But it's a 2B. It's not like she's a flight risk. It's not like she's a failure to appear. I get that it's like a theft by deception because of some bank mailing thing. She's never given an opportunity to go turn herself in. So I think that considering the fact she's never had an opportunity to turn herself in, this is not where she's just like running the country. She comes here back and forth. Her child is born here. Her father lives here. Connected with the fact that she has some problems going on with her 1-month-old that she's going to have to figure out. I'm asking for a PR bond. I'm asking to give her a chance. We've already done her wrong.
Before I give her a PR bond, I would like you to figure out why they're saying that.
With the international flight risk?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to
Not only that, but you're telling me that she does this all the time? Let me see.
Do you go back and forth? You can tell the judge yourself.
I have a travel visa. I have a visiting visa for the US, which is a 10-year visa, and I also have a H2 visa, which is a work visa. I worked in Utah. I work in South Dakota, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Florida for the past 5 to 6 years, back and forth, and I also do
then you should
extensions.
Prove all this.
Yes, I do. The currency office do have my passport with my visa currently stamped in it.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow, because I don't think now it's, wow, is it already 11:30?
Yes.
Holy moly.
So they do have it downstairs in the old.
Tomorrow, I want proof that she does all this international travel routinely, so we know that she's not just trying to take off.
No, sir.
And then I'd like you to reach out to them to see why she international flight risk. Is it a 2B?
It is.
You know, I'd like to know how they justify saying that, right? Or do you just think because she's on a flight now? I don't know. That's why.
I'm perfectly willing to call. I'm just obviously aware of making the call to DHS regarding the pending Pennsylvania charge. I don't know what's going to trigger, so. Because she doesn't have an access right now, but because she's on a visa in terms of what they decided to remove.
This is crazy.
So like I said, I'm willing
Because
to.
then ICE is gonna put a hold on her.
That's what I mean. It's like
ICE is going to do it regardless.
ICE has not
If
put a
she-
hold.
No. If she's here with the proper documentation, they're not going to put a hit on her. If she's here with the visas, then there's no reason for her to put a hit.
Judge, they're deporting students nowadays, but hey, that's okay. All right, I'd like to put you on the email with medical about the breast pump. I find that outrageous.
Yes, I will help you with that. Don't worry. But I'm not prepared to set her a bond yet with Mr. Kim saying the international, and then she's on a flight to Jamaica.
We'll get the proof. I'm gonna have to zoom in tomorrow though, but I'll get it handled.
Sure, of course.
Yes, Judge.
Fam, on which one? Ms. Gutierrez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's a second, am I right?
Yes, Judge.
What happens the next time? If you ever pick up another DWI, what's gonna happen?
It'll be a felony.
2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Any prior pen trips?
Yes, Judge.
How many?
Just one.
You could be potentially a 15 to life case next time you pick up a DWI. 15 to life, minimum. With your record, just mere smell will be enough. So if I were you, if you want to get lit, wonderful. Just don't get into a car. Find another way. Take an Uber. 30 to 50 bucks will get you wherever you want to go in this city. Don't matter where you want to go. Anywhere. Do you understand? It's not hard. One button. All you need to do is literally push one button. Car waiting for you, wherever you want to go. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. Do you understand? This will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Now, is it being reduced to a first?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, there is a surcharge that you will be required to pay in this case. You will be required to pay a $3,000 surcharge, and if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand? It's a second, I'm not waiving it, and it's being reduced to a first. You were lucky because a second, it's a $6,000 surcharge that if you don't pay 1 day, every $100 you owe. So you will be required to pay this fee. You will also be required to pay the court costs as well. You have entered into an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. As part of the agreement, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel. You will do a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. They may do inpatient, intensive outpatient treatment. They may do just supportive outpatient treatment. They may do inpatient treatment. I don't know what they're going to do, but you must fulfill whatever they say. Do you understand?
Yes.
No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock. But since you don't have the ability to drive, you must get a portable device. 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children? Okay, get rid of the community service. I'd rather do a parenting class. $100 one-time donation to Mothers Against Drunk Driving. If you need extra time to pay, we will give it to you. All you have to do is ask. I'm telling you now, there's 2, 3 possible things that could make this thing really go sideways. The first is if you drink. If you consume, a warrant will be issued. They will file a motion to revoke your probation. We will have a hearing here. If they prove it to me that you're consuming, it's very well possible that we put you into inpatient treatment. The other thing the worst possible thing you could do is drive. If you drive without a Texas driver license and a liability insurance, likewise, they will issue a motion to revoke. The other thing is take off. If you abscond and you take off, it's an instant warrant. If you ever have an issue, you can come talk to us. We can work it out. There's never nothing that can be solved. Everything can be solved in this life, one way or the other. Those are the 3 things that are all hangups. Do you understand?
Sure.
So cut her fees. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Was there an accident in this case? No? Okay. All right, ma'am. Best of luck to you. We'll have you meet with Shori.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse. Thank you, Judge. Good to see you again.
All right, that's it for us tonight. I left a link for tomorrow's Judge Fleischer Live for you, Steve, in the description. So just check out the description. It should get you there. Yep. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate everybody in the text and chatting and all that. Long day, long night. You guys have a good rest. See you tomorrow. Judge Fleischer